Kush's movie review.
Yes, welcome to Kush's Movie Review. This week's Kush's Movie Review is Land of Bad, where it's a place where all poorly behaved dogs are stored. And he's like, you're a bad boy. You have to go to the land of bad. No. No. It's like the sequel. It's a spin-off to All Dogs Go to Heaven,
Okay.
where it's called Some Dogs Go to the Land of Bad. Bad boy.
You know, that would have been better context than what this movie is. So we're talking Land of Bad. It's actually a pretty hard R. It's a lot of melodrama until we get into like real drama and like some gratuitous violence. And those parts are few and far between, but when they're there, we're like hard R. It is
Pirates.
1 hour and 53 minutes. It is directed and written by a man named William Eubanks, with a co-writing by David Frigerio. Excuse me. This stars Mr. Russell Crowe. And by the way, the poster is kind of deceiving. Russell Crowe is, while he's in this movie, he's not in this movie with the rest of the cast. There's him and this one lady, and they're on an off-site base 10,000 miles away from where this action is happening, and they're just monitoring the entire movie through a drone camera. Like it's this weird. The movie is a weird commentary on modern warfare, which made me go like, "Oh, this could be the Call of Duty Modern Warfare game." Way better title than Land of Bad. We'll get to that in a second.
Maybe that's what they were trying to do. Maybe they were going for, we're going to make a Call of Duty movie, and then they just didn't get the license of it. It's like, fuck, it's last minute. Land of Bad, they'll do.
So if this was Call of Duty Land of Bad, yeah, okay, yeah, that would have worked. It still would have had Call of Duty. You'd be like, well, it's kind of related to the video game, but then like, what's Land of Bad? Maybe this is a whole new video game spinoff. Anyways, we'll get to that in a minute. We don't get just one; we get two Hemsworths. We get Liam Hemsworth and a new gentleman I have not seen ever, but is apparently the oldest of the Hemsworths. Luke Hemsworth is in this.
Ooh, saucy.
Everyone knows Chris Hemsworth, Thor. Everyone knows him. So when we're talking about the other now two, I got a little confused. I honestly thought, before I wrote the notes on this, Luke Hemsworth was the main protagonist. Turns out it's been Liam, the youngest, which is not a problem. I just got my Hemsworths mixed up, so I just want to get that out there. Also starring Milo Ventimiglia, who was also in the aforementioned Heroes TV series with Ali Larder.
It's all coming together this episode. It's like almost like we planned it.
Oh, almost. I think this is just called serendipity. But anyways, no one knows what this movie is. I've seen no trailer for this. I saw no marketing for this. There was a mystery Monday movie, and we record these on a Monday, so I don't go to too many of those screenings. But again, like for $5, you can go see this movie maybe twice a month. That we're not going to tell you what it is until we turn the camera or turn the projector on. And Land of Bad got one of these, and everybody who came out of it seemed to enjoy it. Guess what? This reviewer, this critic, enjoyed Land of Bad. There's some slow parts. There's some meticulous parts. It all leads to a thing. The plot is I don't even think they're Navy SEALs, but they are that elite group squad that has to go into the jungle, and they have to rescue a fellow member from another unit. And they think he's at this one drug dealer's site in the Philippines, but we're not entirely sure. So we're doing some surveillance, and for whatever reason, we brought a drone guy with us. So again, we got two people hanging out in an office in Las Vegas, and we'll get back to them. That's Russell Crowe and his other lady partner. We'll get back to them. But for whatever reason, they brought a guy to come out and monitor stuff on his cell phone from the drone. Again, I don't know what's going on with the radio, but eventually a very known terrorist shows up to this guy's mansion and murders everybody in front of this elite squad of military people. And they're like, I don't know what to do here. We were prepared to kill this guy, but now we have to kill these other guys, possibly. Oh no, now they're shooting at us. There's a lot of dialogue in this about like, hey, man, just trust your training, trust your instincts, trust the equipment we've given you that is very basic. Don't rely on the fancy tech and the drones and all that, because, well, guess what? It's alluded to, and then at some point, oh no, sorry, Liam Hemsworth, your drone's offline. We can't send a missile in there to protect you guys.
No.
It's stupid, but in the best stupid way possible. You're just like, they projected that. They telegraphed that was going to happen. So we get into all this stuff. We're like, how good is the new technology? And is it, Liam Hemsworth makes this little monologue like, I believe our tech is saving lives. And they're like, the whole squad has now been dead. Sorry, spoiler alert. Poor Liam Hemsworth is on the run at some point, and just every mean Filipino person off the coast is gunning for his ass. And at some point, we get the drone back online. It only has 4 missiles. It doesn't have a machine gun. We get our hero back to the LZ for extraction. That's landing zone. Guess what?
Just the facts, ma'am.
Mercenaries have been following him all day long.
Oh, those damn mercenaries.
And rebels and everybody with a gun has been following him all day long, and so they're just shooting the shit out of that helicopter and like, sorry, you're on your own, Liam Hemsworth. We gotta go. Again, this is it's a fun movie. It's very dramatic. It's well directed. The action is pretty good. I think they lean into a few too many Zack Snyder slow-mos, but it's a good shot. They're good shots. What else? Yeah. So at some point, Russell Crowe is, invested in the mission. Him and his lady partner are like, yeah, look, man, I know this is supposed to be an 8-hour shift, but like, my guy's literally being fired at. You can't switch shifts on me right now. And at first, the colonel or whoever his superior is just like, yeah, okay, we'll let you ride out a couple more hours, but then man, eventually you're just gonna get exhausted. And eventually, too much time does pass, and they do have to replace Russell Crowe. And guess what? It's Russell Crowe. He's a big fat 60-year-old. I'd probably lose on the birthday poker on that, but he has to do this shit where he's just like, November Echo 629er, and they're like, all right, look, dude, you've been here for 14 hours. All right, we are obliged to tell you to go home. Also, his wife is 10 months pregnant and in labor. This is a thing that is in the background. It never comes into play because at some point, Russell Crowe, after being dismissed from his position, we get a whole montage of him going grocery shopping. He's walking around the Whole Foods getting stuff for his wife. Meanwhile, Liam Hemsworth is being drowned and tortured and just getting the shit kicked out of him. And for like every 5 punches, then we go like, hey, by any chance do you have like this vegan cheese artisanal like, oh, got that right for you here, buddy. Here you go. There you go. Like, punch,
And then he's watching Wheel of Fortune.
No. A whole set of circumstances happen where finally a phone call from a tortured Liam Hemsworth is made to Russell Crowe, and he's like, oh my god, I gotta get back to base. Abandons his shopping cart in the middle of the line.
I hate people to do that.
Well, this is a special circumstance, so we're gonna give Russell Crowe a pass on this, but he runs to his car. By the way, there's a countdown timer happening.
Oh,
where we've got 2 minutes before the American bombs come in and kill everybody, terrorists, American soldiers, etc., etc., etc. Everybody's gonna die within 2 minutes. Runs to his car, escapes the parking lot, drives like 6 miles down the road or whatever back to the office, parks the car, runs past some MPs who are like, "Is that Russell Crowe? I don't know. He just ran past us. We couldn't clear him. We're just gonna let that go." It makes them time to go like, "Cancel the bomb." My guy would not have gotten out of the Whole Foods parking lot in 2 minutes, and we're supposed to believe this happened. So look, I'm not gonna let you know if the bomb did or did not make it. I hope I did not ruin the movie for everybody, but I had a great time with this. No one knows this movie exists, so I feel like.
Well, I'll be honest. When you text me saying you was going to review this movie this week, I thought at this point you were just playing a trick on me. I thought you just made up a movie.
It sounds like something a fifth grader made up. I'm going to make a movie. Land of Bad.
It's just bad men.
Bad. It's a land of bad men. There's context for it, and it is not any better. I just told you, like, this takes place in the deepest, darkest parts of the scariest parts of the Philippines, and you'd think they were like, yes, we're going into some deep bush here, and roughly translated, land of bad or Badlands is where we're going. You'd think it would be something kind of obnoxious like that. No, there's a guy on the squad, and he kind of thinks Liam Hemsworth is a punk because he's brand new. He's not wrong, but then he gives this whole thing about like, yeah, man, fuck your cell phone and fuck your drone technology. Like, we rely on our instincts, we rely on our training, we rely on our experience and our fucking guns. So welcome to the land. He's got a tattoo. Land of bad. And I was like, fuck you. That's dumber than Russell Crowe shopping at the Whole Foods, man. It happened. It's one of the first things that happens in the movie, and I was like, wow, they went there, huh? Fuck you. Yes. So, terrible fucking title. It's up there with last year's Plane, which, again, by the way, great goddamn movie. I would love to see Plane again, and I cannot wait for the sequel, which will be Ship. So, maybe something with the stupidest title has a lot of promise, and we should look more into it. I don't know why more people aren't talking about this. This is a fun war movie. I mean, we're gonna get into a movie later in the post show, the best review. We're like, we've seen this subject so many goddamn times. Do we need to see this? Is this a new take? And in this case, it's no. We've seen soldiers stranded in the jungle, in the foreign jungle, and up against all odds, and maybe they survive, maybe they don't. They usually survive.
And they won't get better than Predator. That's why they bothering trying.
Yeah, then they keep trying to reinvent the wheel. But this is a great movie. I really enjoyed Milo Ventimiglia. He plays the squad leader. Fantastic. I want to see more mighty Milo. More just gruff, just weathered Milo Ventimiglia. Just like, hey, what's wrong with you? You follow me. You stay on my six. You cover me whenever I need you. Follow these signals. Like, I'm just like, all right, yeah. Where's this guy come from? I like this.
Sounds like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, it does. Again, Russell Crowe it's a weird character. He literally phoned this in. I ain't mad at him. I don't know why he needed to be in this, but again, like, anyone could have played Russell Crowe. You're happy to see him. And again, it's nice to see that there's a third Hemsworth out there. I honestly thought it was our protagonist for a second, but he was fine playing a secondary character as well.
Bless him.
So 4 out of 5, if I didn't make that clear. 4 out of 5. I enjoyed this. It's a low 4, but it is still a 4. Not better than the movie, not better than the Bob Marley movie, but hell of a time. No one's talking about it. Go see it. It's not going to be around long.
There you go. Land of Bad. Subtitle, No Man Left Behind. 4 out of 5. Yeah. Check it out.
That's all, folks.
Pay me off, Johnny.